Good morning, everybody. This is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. I want to give an introduction to the studies for the second year students for April studies. Now, this month we're going to have an amazing adventure. We're going to continue reading about all the judges of Israel. We're going to be finishing off that book. Now, the judges were extraordinary people. All of the judges were men or women who were not supposed to be God's leaders, just not supposed to be God's leaders. You've got a man that's the son of a prostitute. You've got a woman who's insignificant. You've got a leader who is taken from absolutely nowhere. You've got a man who has a special vow upon his life, and yet although he has a vow upon his life, he seems to do all the wrong things. He seems to fight all of Israel's battles all by himself. So the stories of the judges is absolutely amazing. We're then going to go just for one day into that little book, the book of Ruth, one of my favorite books in the Bible. What an amazing love story, the story of redemption. And then we're going to go into 1 Samuel. Now, 1 Samuel is all about Saul and of how he was called of the Lord to be Israel's first ordained king. And then we have Saul's sin. He fails to obey the Lord, and he fails to bring about the judgment of God that the Lord commands him to bring. And then we have the beginning of David's life. Now, David is brought in what I would call prematurely. And he comes into conflict with Saul. He's anointed by Samuel. He fights against Goliath. He becomes famous, and yet David has this tremendous struggle with Saul, because Saul is jealous, and Saul seeks on many occasions to kill David, which is absolutely horrendous. And then we go into 2 Samuel, in which we see Saul's death. It's a very sad end to Saul's life. At the very end of his life, he says, "I have played the fool, and I have erred exceedingly." What a sad end to what should have been a glorious life. And then we have David, who restores the children of Israel and organizes the children of Israel and organizes a group of fighting men that become so renowned that they conquer vast enemies, and they conquer vast territories. And then we have the troubles of David. This is where he falls into sin and things happen. His family starts to fall apart, and his own son sets up himself as a rival to his own father. And it's tremendous heartbreaking story of Absalom. Then in 1 Kings we see the end of David's life coming to an end. Before he comes to an end, he has this wonderful idea that he will build a temple for the Lord. And the Lord says, "David, bless you. That's a great ambition. And it's wonderful that you want to do this, but I don't want you to do that. It is something I want to be done. It's just that I don't want you to do it." So what David does is he prepares all of the material for his successor. Amazing. And Solomon is the person that takes over from David. He has this amazing wisdom and knowledge given to him by the Lord, and he enters into this building project of the temple with tremendous energy and tremendous wisdom. He becomes the wealthiest person in all the world, and his fame reaches into every country of the world. But then we have the sad troubles that came to Solomon. So Solomon was not immune. And then we get after the death of Saul, we get a procession, one after another, king after king after king after king over Israel. This is why the book's called the Kings, the book of the Kings. And some of them do that which is right in the eyes of the Lord. They keep the law. And there are some that do that which is evil in the sight of the Lord. And this is a tremendously sad, exhilarating at times, but mostly sad, we see that the kingdom divides between the north and the south. The northern kingdom, in the main, has bad kings. Sometimes the southern kingdom has good kings, but mostly they are bad kings. We also see the beginning of the life of Elijah, and how that Elijah single-handedly leads a massive revival and a restoration of the spiritual condition of Israel in his day. So there we are now. The Home Bible College flag is the Blue Peter. So we're looking forward to raising the flag again this month, and saying to people, come on board with us, because we're about to set out on an amazing journey. We look forward to speaking to you day by day online, and really looking forward to reading your notes at the end of the month. Well, God bless you all, and catch you online. Bye for now.